Hello all, I'm Amaryllis Raouzaiou from EBRAINS Technical Coordination. The next 4 days will be full of interesting presentations, demos, hands-on sessions. So with this presentation, we are trying to make a short introduction to EBRAINS RI. Now, for EBRAINS, we prefer the fate of engines and not of directories. So we don't need just resources and components in the form of a catalog. With that in mind, our primary technical focus is the integration of those services as a platform and of the surrounding products and interfaces as an ecosystem around this platform. This is our vision for the EBRAINS 2023. There are 3 aspects which we as TC need to address. Now, the first one, helping component developers to have the most fluid experience improving and maintaining their components and coordinating their interactions with each other. This is the DevOps platform. The second is making the duplication, technology sharing, and reuse as optimal as possible to keep the platform scalable, maintainable, and affordable. And the last one is creating the most integrated and user-friendly experience possible for scientific researchers and for consumers of the output of their research. This is the production platform, as we see. Now, 3 are the main axes of our work. The first one is users. We want the EBRAINS RI to fulfill the needs of users of all types, so we are trying to follow your suggestions and needs, bridging the gap between developers and scientists. The second is tools. We want to facilitate results, not just provide tools, and make the research activity easy, quick, and accessible. And last but not least is the engineering. As I mentioned in the previous slide, we want our platform to be scalable, secure, maintainable, and affordable. Now, TC is part of a bigger EBRAINS system. 5 working groups have been established. The EBRAINS Architecture Working Group, Software Quality, Software Delivery, Security Working Group, and APIs Working Group, providing valuable feedback. The output of these working groups consists an important part of the guidelines issued by the technical coordination. The working group will remain active throughout SCA3, offering their continuous feedback and support. The EBRAINS TC operates through 2 major meetings, TC weeklies and TC task force, and collaborates, of course, with Phoenix Infrastructure, SLU, HLST, service categories, all these bodies of SCA3 that are helping technical coordination to create EBRAINS RI. Now, especially for the TC weeklies. The TC weeklies are the heart of TC. Our open meetings being held once a week, monitoring technical progress on the RI level. They have already become a meeting point of all the technical people of the project, are open to all members of SCA3, and bring together more than 60 participants. So a GitLab Kanban board is used for creating issues and keeping track of progress. And all members of SCA3, don't forget that, are welcome to create issues, cards. And until now, keep in mind that more than 200 issues have been already closed. On top of that, 8 months ago, we introduced the definition of service categories priorities. So every service category define 2-3 priorities as issues for TC weekly, and the new priorities are defined as soon as another priority is closed. You can see that the 12 SC priorities cards have been already closed. 8 are in progress, and we have 3 blocked between. These numbers are changing all the time, so this is just the situation right now. So where we are now, our main focus right now is the integration. Phase 2 is about when, and phase 3 is around the corner. In phase 2, 16 components are participating, plus 4 components from phase 1. And for phase 2, we use the output of phase 1, these 4 components I mentioned, in order to improve integration requirements and tackle possible issues. Several discussions and meetings took place with phase 2 components owners, and in some cases, we have also extracted component-specific guidelines. Phase 2 components will continue their journey in phase 3. All the components will be integrated during phase 3, but not all of them from the beginning. New components will gradually join phase 3 after assessment and communication with the TCP. So what else is currently happening? All working groups I mentioned before are active, offering their feedback and support. We are closely collaborating with HLST, especially for component support and documentation, SLU for a better understanding of the showcases and of the scientific part of the project, and of course, the Phoenix infrastructure for the resources. Now, we are also working toward the standardization of the workflows in EBRAINS. We want to have reproducible workflows and description that will be common, standard, and widely acceptable for scientific communities. More details about that in Sophia's presentation tomorrow, while Eleni will follow with a demo and hands-on session, giving you the opportunity to ask any questions you may have. And besides the classic tools like the TC Collab, TC offers a streamlined process to the component owners and software developers through which they can make their software available to EBRAINS users in the lab. You can hear more details about it during Thanasis session also tomorrow. Oh, sorry. So we never forget that this relationship is reciprocal. We are very much aware that our expertise is on the IT side, not on the certificate side, which itself, and it's difficult but crucial to distill the user experience input from the scientific target audience itself. We would like to help the showcases evolve to highlight how much easier, sorry for this, to highlight how much easier, expressive, and sorry, I lost the presentation. Okay, accessible, expressive, and accessible can be the platform. We want you to provide data and software services and tools. We can help you with the standardized workflows, and we are waiting your input in order to design with you the infrastructure based on your requirements. And of course, there are many other tools that are developing right now, like the data transfer service or provenance is a good example of what the EBRAINS RI can offer. Now, of course, we want to make EBRAINS RI part of the future, and we want to ensure that it will be relevant for the technology supporting service delivery. We want to integrate new tools and services, and we want a platform that can adapt to changing needs of scientific communities and can adapt, of course, to new technologies. So I don't have any time left. So please contact us. You can send us an email asking for clarifications, further information, or just for schedule a meeting. You can attend TC Weekly. You can create a card explaining your issue, or just listen to the different issues that the EBRAINS RI is tackling right now. And of course, you can visit TC Collab in order to find any documentations you may need, any documents or presentations of TC, and guidelines for integration or any other stuff that TC has created throughout the project. So that's all for me. Thank you very much. This is just a short introduction. More details about the different tools I'm sure you will hear during the presentations of the next days.
Thank you very much, Amaryllis. Are there any questions for Amaryllis? If you'd like to ask a question, please turn on your camera and speak up. You can also raise your hand and I'll call on you. So I have a question. So for the integration, I think you said in phase 2, there are now like 20 components being integrated. How many are left? So how many in phase 3? How many more do you have to integrate?
We have around 30 components left right now, but 1-2 of them have been already start their integration during the last part of phase 2. But the thing is that, and this is a very good question because I would like to insist on that. The thing is that 30 components have left, but this is the information we have until now. Probably there are also other components that we don't know they exist. So please, if your component is not part of TC Collab, all the components are, the description of all the components are in TC Collab. If your component is not part of TC Collab, contact us and give us information about your component in order to schedule its integration during phase 3. But for now, as far as we know, 30 components are left.